is one of Nigeria's leading indigenous brands, specializing in high-quality contemporary furniture for residential and commercial spaces. She has a real commitment to this craftsmanship side of things, and it's going to be an interesting conversation. We're going to be also joined by our business consultant for today, Mr. Gabriel Balogun. Now, Gabriel Balogun is into learning and development, and he's been doing this for many years, and he's going to contribute on that as well.
And then we've got Forever Akuidolo Revogene, a world-class comedian and a master compare. He will be here this morning. We're going to have a sit down with him and get to find out what he's been up to.
All right, then, at this point, we have to give you a quick look at what the weather's saying. Stay with us. Oh, wow. My typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course, traffic. And that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life. But the real fun starts when I can just settle down and catch up with all my favorite programs on TVC. Believe me, it's pure entertainment.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one metal.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take.
I choose to stay.
Close the show, you for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No,
Sex can never be overrated.
it is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person you scissors? What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment with Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Oh, wow. My typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course, traffic. And that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life. But the real fun starts when I can just settle down and catch up with all my favorite programs on TVC. Believe me, it's pure entertainment.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
That considering the post we had seen on the internet even before his passing and all, so of course she will miss her dad. However, if she had a prior commitment and you don't know the kind of relationship she has with that person. So it's a case of, okay, we have honored the dead. Now, let me at least celebrate the living, who happens to be her friend or someone she knows. Then I believe she has the right to go to wherever she wants to go to. There's this thing about us and trying to be hypocritical. That's why people hire mourners. You want people to come and cry to show that somebody is missed. I would never understand it. But then, of course, it is also the culture and the tradition of certain people. So I will not question it. However, you calling out somebody for going to a party after her father's death, people mourn differently. What if it's a way for her to get over all she has spent and the whole mental torture? She just needed that break at that point. Some people will just travel, you know, they just go for a few days to go clear their head. She likes partying, perhaps, so this is her own way of letting off the steam. But people have their ways of thinking.
Yeah, so, you know, with that, there were quite a number of other things trending, but there was something I saw, which over the weekend, there's this guy who put up, he brought his personal business out, so he put up a series of texts.
Right.
With his ex, who was encouraging him to hustle. Oh, you said it?
I saw that. Hustle. It wasn't just hustle.
So it was encouraging him to hustle.
Mike is trying to.
I'm not trying to. I mean,
are you serious?
I'm not trying to.
I say it as it is.
To hustle, yes, hustle.
What kind of hustle?
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That you're trying to be diplomatic with the word.
Also, it was hustling. Romance scam.
That one is not hustle.
Romance scam is hustle.
Crime. Period.
That's
why I said you're trying to be.
So the guy, in my opinion, the guy had actually already tried.
So yeah, the story is out there, so you know it. So yeah, I'll get it exact. But now, what was quite interesting was how, of course, he said I didn't know this would blow up. He brought his business out, and people had to, of course, have their own two takes. And then there's still that talk of, okay, chats can be doctored. That's not a problem. But it seemed, I mean, with much more incredulous things have happened. So it's not like, it's not out of the realm of possibility of that kind of thing happening. But you know, there's always that thing about how having the right person by your side, or the right woman, or the right spouse, the right partner, can push you onto greater things. And that was just the situation in this particular case.
But she was not pushing him to greatness.
Yes,
she was pushing him into a pit.
Greatness is different. For
no. But okay, so Mary,
according to the story, according to the story, the guy said, I don't have the mind. I cannot.
You don't want to say it.
I didn't say don't want to say it. Just don't hustle.
What's going on now?
Go on, say it.
No, she was pushing him to do yahoo. Why are you guys getting around the issue?
I'm not skirting.
The issue now is she's saying that, look, the guy even went into betting. The guy went into betting, and when he made some money from betting,
he gave it to her.
He gave her 200k out of 450k, and she said, you should have given me all. Like, seriously, if that's not a red flag, if that's not, and then sadly he kept trying. This is not love. That's spiritual problem.
There are two people you don't advise.
Come on now.
Number one is that person, a person in love. You don't try it. And number two, who is the second one said?
I beg.
People will just enter money when money enter person's hand. You know the advice. You understand? Because at that point you would do things that are as it were, because he was almost even begging. I think almost everybody at some point in life has done something that when they look back they'll be ashamed of because of love. If we start talking about
no, I've been there. I've done that. But the issue is, this was all writing on the wall. First of all, she wasn't even responding to his messages initially. She wasn't reaching out to him the whole day. And then apparently she said she wasn't feeling good. And then next day she's going to a party the next day. And it's like, I don't get. You said you were not feeling fine. Now you're going to a party.
See, my guy, love is beautiful. Love her.
Why?
See, you need to do more.
No.
When you do more, you have more to write in your novel.
I don't know.
Because that novel must be written.
I really would love to. Mary, what's the craziest thing you've done for love?
Craziest thing I've done for love?
Yes. Or what has love done to you?
I've done a lot of crazy things for love. I can't even think of one right now.
I legit would not believe that you have done something crazy for love, because I think that you are quite rational with the way you think.
Do you know the funny thing is, I'm rational about so many things, but I've been very foolish in love.
Are you serious? I would.
Wow.
No, with all due respect, I would say this is a lover girl. So if that one, I'd expect
that one. My parents are watching, but they're the ones that helped me get out of a few situations.
But not Mary.
There were some guys that my parents prayed out of my life. Let me just put that. They used to do prayer and fasting.
Use the 2 hours of Wake Up Nigeria only on you. No, just one. Just tell us what very
I can't think of one.
Just one.
All right.
Just
so
once.
I think I remember. So it was happening in Edo State, yeah, and I was supposed to be in school, and I traveled to Selu, which was where he was, and just so as to see him,
surprise him.
Thankfully, I was not surprised in a bad way. It was really good to me.
Okay. All right. But you used to travel far distances.
Far distances.
That was not crazy.
And
it's fine.
Mary will tell us more. We just have to. I wish we had better.
It's my mom that went to go and pick my car from his car.
We remember that one clearly. See, that's
my mother
story.
I'm doing not like car.
I'm
doing not like car for Titi not to start. Titi, please wrap up.
But seriously, the writing is often on the wall. You just have to understand the language the writing is in. We're going to take a quick break. Let's hear your thoughts. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know. We'll be back after this.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the needs and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Level 2, electrified fence.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting...
He is a professional Afrobeat act known for his style of music, with his recently released song titled Local Boy. Soft, local, okay. This budding talent has garnered a community of supporters from his own base, and it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us this morning. I'm trying to marry soft and local. What's the correlation? Because I know when somebody calls themselves soft boy, they try to avoid anything local. So what informed the song Local Boy?
So the song, song is inspired looking how far I've come from, way back, and it makes me, feel good. I see all the process and it really makes me know I'm doing better for myself, and that's what inspired the song Local Boy.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so for how long have you been doing music? Is it something you picked up along the way, or is it something you've always done?
I started 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Professionally?
Yes.
Okay.
I started 2023,
Okay.
but I've been freestyling for, so long.
Okay.
I did comedy for a while before I switched
Comedy?
finally. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. People who do stand-up comedy usually have bad mouth. I wonder what you have up your sleeve. So at this point, I'm just going to take a walk and run for my life before you suddenly remember something you want to say. So you're performing Local Boy for us now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Soft Boy, take it away.
All right.
Nobody, no go lose God, nobody me. But you hustle for yourself, go shame to me. Every good thing na money, good in bele, oh, let me one step at a time. Every great man wants a day, humble beginning. Put yourself in my shoes, it no fit you. Oh, gone, na the issue. Fat wallet, big pocket, go and they bundle. Mo fẹ́ tọ́jú màmá mi pẹ̀lú bàbá mi. Baby wẹ́ pikin, big pop my day. We go go Santori, èmi local boy. Mercedes na my favorite toy. Ricky na my G sport. Na my normal joint. Bowling na my normal routine. Whenever we pull up in the club, we get money gone. Pull up in a Polaris station, and I go tell my brother, so we gon' live forever, ever, ever. Money go day today, money go day tomorrow. You no go so far, you no go see trouble, my brother. My baby go fallacy, but do packaging. When it goes up, my brother, or it's a past story, go be history. Ọmọ tó lu LG padà ra díẹ̀. Ògbàdúrà fún kámi, orúkọ AMG. Enemies dodging àríṣúwá. Ọ̀dọ́mọ pẹ́ lọ́dẹ̀ yàn fàndà. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ wá gẹ̀ẹ́dì. Body nobody, no go lose God, nobody. Boy, I also for yourself, cause shady told me. Every good thing na money, good in me. Pele, oh, let me one step at a time. Every great man wants a day, humble beginning, with the money gone. Pull up, baby, pull out this station. And I go tell my brother, so we gon' live forever, ever, ever. Nobody, no go lose God, nobody me. But you hustle for yourself, go shame to me. Every good thing na money, good in bele, oh, let me one step at a time. Every great man wants a day, humble beginning. Put yourself in my shoes, it no fit you. Oh, gone, na the issue. Fat wallet, big pocket, go and they bundle. Mo fẹ́ tọ́jú màmá mi pẹ̀lú bàbá mi. Baby wẹ́ pikin, big pop my day. We go go Santori, èmi local boy.
Soft Boy, they're amazing performance. Thank you so much for starting off our week performances so well. Speaking of performances, I feel like we're about to just, I don't know, blow this particular kitchen to life. We have Chef Falcon in the building.
Hi guys,
Yeah?
good morning guys. I'm Chef
Welcome.
Falcon. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Now you talk to us about what you do on a daily. What do you do?
Oh, I cook on a daily.
No, you cook on a daily.
I cook on a
Where?
Oh, I work at Vichy Lagos. That's
Oh.
the nearest restaurant in Lagos right now.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is this one of the dishes that you make on the regular?
Nope. This
Oh.
is not one of the dishes we make on a regular.
So why did you decide to put this together?
Okay, so this is just an inspiration coming from, seeing that we're in the Ramadan season and whatnot. And this dish is very, very native to the Arabian community in North Africa. So hence why I just, picked up the dish.
And this dish is called what?
It's called a shakshuka.
Shakshuka.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shakshuka. Is there an English term for what a shakshuka is?
No.
No.
A shakshuka is a shakshuka.
Okay, let's talk ingredients. If you would like to try this at home, you need to know what we have here on the table. So talk to us.
So I've made this shakshuka very, very basic, as you can get. So it's just very similar to egg sauce and bread that we eat on a very daily basis.
Okay.
So here I have my minced onions, I have my bell peppers, I have my minced garlic also, I have my concassate tomatoes. These tomatoes are just basically peeled, peel off the skin and whatnot. So I have my paprika, salt, black pepper, my eggs, and then basil. I'm making it a basil shakshuka.
So there's some things in here.
Yes,
are these pickled?
Yes, ma'am.
These are pickled what? Pickled what?
So I have pickled zucchini and I have pickled red onions also.
Pickled red onions.
Yes,
I'm going to open this up.
Of course.
Because, oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good, it's all fine.
All right, got you. So pickled red onions and pickled
zucchini. Yeah.
Zucchini.
Yes,
so what effect does the pickled zucchini and red onions have?
Okay, so I've made this pickle very sweet to an extent. So because looking at our tomato dish, our shakshuka, it has more of acid.
Okay.
And then I don't want you to bite into it and then just feel ulcer. So here we have the pickled zucchini and onions. It's introducing sweetness to the dish.
Fabulous. Now we have this bread here. This is baguette.
This is a baguette.
Soft baguette or hard baguette?
It's a hard baguette.
Hard baguette.
Yes,
can I use any other type of bread for this?
Of course, you can use any type of bread. The primary bread you use to take a shakshuka, it's a pita bread. That's the primary bread you use to take a shakshuka because that's what is native to the dish. But I've just decided to use the baguette because I'm trying to fuse in different cuisines.
So now this concassate tomato, we need to explain how this is concassate. How does this get to this stage?
Okay, yes, so it is very, very, very simple. You put the water on fire, you bring it to boil. When you bring it to boil, you just drop in your tomatoes. After scoring them, you drop them in. When they boil for just, a couple of minutes, you drop them back in an ice bath. You bring it out and then you peel it off. That's all.
So very simple. Your tomatoes, fresh tomatoes,
yes, ma'am.
You throw them into hot water, but you've scored them first.
Yes.
So that they're
easier to peel.
Beautiful. And you leave them there for how long?
No, 2-3 minutes.
2-3 minutes.
Just to soften up the skin.
All right. And then you peel them. And that's how you get your essentially plum tomatoes that you would buy in a can. Now, what is the first thing we need to do?
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to introduce our aromatics.
Okay, great. I'm going to put this heat on. I'm going to put the heat on now. Which one do you want to use? This one?
Yeah.
That one? Okay, got you. Fantastic. So that's on now. Aromatics, that's the onions and...
I have my onions, my garlic, and then I have my bell pepper here. So I'm going on with the sofrito base.
Okay.
The sofrito base basically consists of onions, green bell peppers, and garlic.
Beautiful.
But here, I am not just using the green bell peppers. I'm going in for colors and extra added layers of flavors. So I'm going in with the red and the yellow bell peppers likewise.
So this is a non-stick pan, but
yes, it is.
Is there going to be anything else in the pan right now?
Yeah, we'll
oils.
start with our oil first.
Okay, which
so,
oil
but
we
literally, when you want to make a shakshuka, the basic pan you use to cook is a skillet.
Okay.
A cast iron skillet, but because I am doing this like a morning breakfast to a typical Nigerian, not every one of us has a skillet, so hence why I'm using our non-stick.
So olive oil then?
Yes, ma'am.
Going in with the olive oil first.
So
I actually was going to ask if you were going to use butter because I saw butter on display earlier on.
No, the butter is used to toast our baguette.
Okay, beautiful.
So yeah.
So olive oil in the pan. There's just something so sweet about olive oil and how it reacts to heat. Love it, love it, love it. So the onion there, you've not just diced it. It's like extra tiny.
Yes, it's minced.
Minced.
Yes, I minced it with my hands.
Interesting.
So that's what you do.
All right.
So what we want to do is we want to go in with our onions first.
Okay. So onions straight in the pan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
So what you want to do is you want to cook the onions till it's translucent at first. I am not going with garlic now because before you cook the onions, the garlic it has the potential to get burnt. So that's what we're going to. Yes, we're going to start with just with the onions first.
So that's just garlic, not garlic and ginger, just garlic.
No, that's just garlic.
Okay, and then you mince that as well.
Yes.
I wish I could have seen the process of the mincing. I can see some veggies here as well.
Yes.
We haven't talked about these veggies at all.
Yeah, this is basil.
Okay.
And then we have parsley. Okay. So it's a basil shakshuka on toast where I am infusing this basil into the tomato base. Hence why I chose basil for this shakshuka is because for every tomato-based dishes and whatnot, basil is the very first herb that comes to your mind because it well complements a tomato-based dish. Hence
So
why
you're
I'm doing
using
basil.
fresh basil as
Yes, ma'am.
opposed to the dried one?
No, fresh basil.
Okay, so that goes in later on.
That goes in very much later. We'll see the process here.
All right. So because of time, I'm wondering, is there any other pan that needs to heat up?
No other pan. no
Not
other
yet?
pan, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So for those of you that are at home watching, wondering what we're up to here, we are making a shakshuka, which is an Arabian dish. And Chef Falcon here has put these ingredients together to teach us how he puts it together. It's an original dish for him. He's added some spices that are not usually in an original shakshuka. But let's go over the ingredients one more time. We have some onions, red, yellow, and green bell peppers. We have paprika, we have garlic, we have, of course, eggs. Are these eggs boiled or
No,
they're going to be fried?
Yes, we're going to poach them.
You're going to poach them. Okay, I want to learn that one. And of course, we have butter, salted or unsalted?
Unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter, black pepper, and of course, our concassé tomatoes. Ooh, okay. We have quite a lot to still get through, but trust me, it's going to be an interesting one. Don't go anywhere too far. We'll be back after this.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Right, welcome back. It's SME, and then when it comes to SME, you know, you get to learn something. Today we're doing a little bit of learning something from somebody else's, lessons or what they've learned all through their journey as an entrepreneur. Stella Michael Ofori is a multi-serial
supply services. So I started, I think, 3 years ago, and I'm passionate about interior design as well as craftsmanship, and of course, giving my clients excellence in everything that I do. And that's how it started. And I started just a little, and now my business has grown into a big one.
Now, you see, for someone starting business in that kind of a way, let's talk about challenges because we have, there is the statistics that after about 2 years, 80% of businesses fail and all of that. Yeah. How does one become the best version of themselves while doing business in such a way to scale up? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 3 years.
3 years. Oh, that's quite something. That beats the 2 year data that is out there. Yeah. So that's quite something. How does one become the best version of themselves while they are scaling and doing business as such?
I think it predominantly begins with having a very strong why. Why are you doing this? And this is rooted strongly in understanding of yourself. You need to be able to say, this is why I am doing this. This is why it is important. This is why we need to do this. And the reason for that is, if you do not have a strong why, you would not know when to give up and pivot. Right? Because sometimes in the first 2 years, there's that big struggle of, do I have product market fit? Is this the right product? Am I speaking to the right customers? And if you're not self-aware to understand that this is what is being perceived of what we're doing, this is how they're perceiving the value that we're given, you will lose confidence. So why help your strong why helps you. Many people call it purpose, right? The strong purpose helps you to stay grounded, and that guides you into making the decisions that you need to make when you don't see the results that you want initially.
Now, Stella, let's just talk about the challenges, because definitely doing business in Nigeria can be quite challenging. What have you been able to overcome as a business person in Nigeria to get to where you are?
Okay, so let me dwell on what he says. You have to have purpose and you have to have why. That will drive, you through the obstacles that you face in your business. One of the challenges people have is they don't have proper research and knowledge about the business they want to go into. So when you go in and you face a lot of obstacles, you start to lose your will and lose your balance, and you now deviate into something else. So before you start, you need to understand. Once you have a knowledge of the business and the process, you already know what you're coming against, which will be customers, importation, duties, and whatnot. So you need to understand the business before you start the business. Once you understand, you know what you're coming up against, and that would help.
All right, but now you as a person, as your own business, what are the peculiar challenges that you've had to overcome?
I would have to say inflation.
Okay.
Currently, rates, and our economy is not doing as it used to. So most of our clientele are looking for something cheaper or not even buying at all. So those are the challenges I've been facing, but I still overcome.
Now, in spite of those kind of challenges, how does one? I mean, it's not easy, because at this particular place or at this particular stage, especially if you're looking at goods that you import, maybe the exchange rate has done a lot in this particular scenario, and then you expect maybe government to do something, and they are not doing what they should do. How does one go through such a phase? Because for me, it seems impossible. How does one go through such a phase?
I think, again, it boils down to what I started with. So what really is self-awareness? Self-awareness is in two phases. There's self-awareness of you understanding yourself, which is the popular one, understanding your values, understanding the things that make you you, right? But then there is also a version of self-awareness, which is understanding how people perceive you. Now, business is about people. Business is relationship management, right? And irrespective of what pricing might look like, irrespective of what your cost price is, if you have solid relationship and people perceive you to be the person that can deliver the value that they want, it doesn't matter what the price is, they would pay, right? And I believe that's how you scale. You look at some of the luxury brands in the world, people know, I mean, permit me to use this lingua, money no day, they do wedding every Saturday. It's perception, right? So if people perceive you to be, or perceive your brand to be the brand that can deliver the value that they want, they will go beyond their needs to get what they want. Because sometimes they will buy with emotions and then justify with logic, because they just desire to get it, and they perceive you to be the person that can bring it for them.
What has been for you, when you're giving value, as it were, with your business, what has been the most important lesson that you think somebody else who's coming into business can learn in such a scenario? Because now the reason why I brought this up now is that one other thing where we have an issue in this country is quality standards. Someone starts somewhere, this thing, we've seen everywhere, this particular biscuit used to be 3 or 4 inside, now it's 1.5. This sardine used to be 2 inside, now it's 7/8 inside. It's, you see standards start dropping because people are trying to meet up and all of that. How important is it when it comes to standards and all of that? How important is it to try to maintain some level of standard in spite of all these kind of circumstances, as it were?
One thing I would say about business is about consistency. That's where you find success. When you are consistent, if you are giving, I think for me personally, I over-deliver, and that has helped me in my business and helped me with referrals to other clientele. So if you are giving the same thing this year, you need to step it up the following year.
And over-delivering doesn't hurt?
It doesn't hurt. Trust me. The clients appreciate what you're doing and will refer you. And that's where, that's where you find your success. Referrals, when somebody tells the next person and it goes around. You see that one business he started has already, is catering to a dozen. So I would say consistency, not changing what you're doing with the standard you're giving, and also try and over-deliver for your clients. I mean, they chose you out of 1,000, so you might as well.
Now, just to wrap up, please, just to wrap up, with all of this, you mentioned something about over-delivering and all of that. And in a particular case where you're looking at different clients now, and you're talking about over-delivery, there are times when it would affect maybe your overhead costs. In the case of where, okay, somebody gave you this particular thing to over-deliver, you might spend more. And in some cases, you might even take a loss. It does happen. I've seen personally, it has happened and all of that. In some cases, you might even have to take a loss. In the long run, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep taking losses. So in the case of where, like she mentioned, because I understand that concept of having to over-deliver and all of that, where it affects your bottom line and all of that. Just what do you do? Practically, what does somebody do?
So when you want to over-deliver, sometimes it's not necessarily over-delivering with a product. You can over-deliver with service. So a typical example is you're a caterer and you've been hired to make 12 meals for a small get-together. Beyond just delivering the meals, you can show up with special plates, special branded serviettes. If you don't even want to go that far and spend money, just your presence there, serving the meals yourself, talking to the guest, getting feedback is over-delivering, because all they paid for was you to make the meal and deliver, right? So in cases where you cannot over-deliver with the product, you can over-deliver with good service, you can over-deliver with relationship, you can over-deliver with personality, you can over-deliver with many other things, right? So the goal is always to under-promise and over-deliver, and you just have to figure out, again, business is dealing with human beings. It's figuring out the right human beings and what they want, really.
All right, thank you so much, Stella. Thank you so much, Gabriel. It was quite something, and I think it's something people can reference when they have to do on how to deal with business. Well done. Thank you very much. All right, that's it. On our SME and Finance discussion, we'll take a time out and stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.
Conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome. Milo and a Snacks, snack of future champions. Milo!
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Raining season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
All right, welcome back to the second lap of the show. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Well, they say that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard enough. And of course, well, yeah, I think I'm someone that definitely agrees with that particular thing. You definitely have to work hard.
Indeed. If everything seems to be under control, somehow you might not be going fast enough. So there has to be small chaos in some cases. It has to be organized chaos, but it has to get chaotic before you really realize you're doing something.
Yeah, just like how it's chaos in the kitchen, right?
Well, the aroma is definitely causing chaos in my mind right now because there's some flavors that are just hitting me like pow, 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 pow. Chef Falcon is in the kitchen And
you didn't do that Winter Soldier thing.
What?
Or
Why?
Captain America.
No.
You should have brought it in.
No, I was actually more of, I was going to say something like, he flew in to give us, I was trying to find something, but nah,
He just didn't.
It's not necessary.
You didn't put on a cheesy hat today.
No, I didn't put on my cheesy hat today. But Chef Falcon is doing amazingly well with a concassé in the... No, it's not a concassé. Please, tell me what it is.
Concassé tomatoes.
Mary?
Concassé tomatoes.
Concassé
I'm standing
tomatoes,
next
yes.
to a chef that is taller than me. Wow. Wow. I mean, why is it not today I'm in the kitchen so I can feel small? Not long.
Wow, interesting.
Okay, well, looking forward to how all of that turns out. My name is Mike.
The first thing I saw coming into this kitchen was the bread. Oh, Senegal bread. It's my favorite bread in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said it, the chef was like, "How did you know it's Senegal?" I'm like, "Duh!" This used to be my favorite, especially when I go to my grandma's place at Surulere. She would always get it for me. Wow.
All that one you're saying, don't touch that food.
Don't touch what?
Don't touch it.
One piece is already gone. We're talking about Senegal bread here. You guys can share the rest.
Okay, yeah, you can catch the show live or streaming, tvcentertainment.tv on the website, and then of course you can also hit us up on YouTube at TVC Entertainment.
Yes, indeed. Watching us live from absolutely anywhere across the world is possible. We have a mobile app for you. Just download it from Google Play or iOS. We can't wait to see you connect with us on socials as well, talking X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere at TVC Entertainment _.
Okay, all right, let's get into what we have left for you on the show this morning. Like you already seen earlier, we have Chef Falcon there putting together that wonderful breakfast for us this morning, and then we've had a performance earlier on.
Yes, indeed.
We'll probably have an hour to wrap up the show later on
with software.
Yeah,
but at this point, we also have to remind you that we have a comedian in the building. No, I'm not talking about Mike Mesicano. I'm talking about Forever. Forever.
You remove your cheesy hat since
so if I try to pronounce his name, I'll chop my tongue, so I won't try. But he is a master of ceremony. He is an amazing comedian. He's performed all over the world with his amazing charm, and he's here to charm us in the studio. I can't wait to find out about his next project. Yeah?
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's been raining in some places.
It has.
So far. So we're not yet fully into the rainy season, but I definitely would love to see more rain.
I don't know what the rain is waiting for.
I definitely would love to see more rain.
Honestly.
Okay, let's see what the weather is like this week, of course, today and the rest of the week.
Welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen, and we are back to this amazing meal. I don't know why only the term concassé stayed in my head when we were opening the show earlier on, because I was trying to remember the name of the dish. I apologize. Tell me the name of the dish one more time.
Okay, so it's a basil shakshuka.
Shakshuka. That's the word I was trying to remember. Shakshuka. Fantastic. Now, what have we done so far, Chef?
Okay, so in the sauce here, we've done our sofrito.
Okay.
We've sorted our sofrito, and then our sofrito being our minced onions, our bell peppers, and the garlic.
Okay.
We've built an aromatic base there,
Okay.
so we can have the flavor profile there. And then we've added our concassé tomatoes, and then I've just crushed it with the spatula, and then I've left it to cook.
All right. So now, all those words and everything we were saying, I'm wondering if our guest could understand any aspect of that language. I'm talking about Forever, who has popped into the kitchen with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
You say what?
What? Well, everything he said, I'm hearing it for the first time.
Okay.
But the most important part is that I will eat it.
You eat it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
You are definitely going to taste it.
No, it's not tasting. I'll eat it.
You are going to taste this taste. We know this taste we offered. Not we didn't say you are. You said taste.
So what's the plan? I will just taste and leave the food for who?
No, you will definitely be eating Forever before my boss comes and find me. But seriously speaking,
yeah,
the flavors. As in, are you smelling this?
When I got in here,
yeah,
I thought I was not okay. I was perceiving. So I said, what am I? Is it that they are cooking around there? And I said, oh,
yeah,
I'm in the right place.
Yes, you are. You're definitely in the right place. Chef Falcon, you put the baguette in the pan.
Yes, so I'm just doing a slight toast of the baguette here. So
toasting the baguette.
So when we pass our shakshuka, our sauce, on top of this, so it doesn't soak the bread.
Okay, so once you toast it, it's less likely to soak the bread.
Yes, ma'am.
But you did something. You added butter to the pan,
yes,
then you added garlic.
Yes, ma'am.
But you didn't crush the garlic. You just added it. So why?
I just infused the garlic inside of the butter.
Hey.
Infuse for food.
Infuse.
Yeah.
This thing is becoming more mechanical because I infuse. Why you slicing garlic, blending, and infuse?
What I just did is I melted the butter.
What?
Then I melted the butter.
Okay.
And then I slowly cooked the garlic inside of the butter. So the butter absorbs the garlic flavor, and then I toast it with the bread.
There's something he's about to do, though. I remember you said we're going to poach some eggs. What do we need to poach these eggs?
Okay, so we're just going to create a well inside of our shakshuka dish here.
Okay.
And then we pour the eggs inside of it. Just break it and I just put it inside of it.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. I would really love to see that. So, the raw egg goes straight
into the well. He said well.
Yeah.
I heard that part.
Yes.
For cooking a well. That means the shakshuka will have tap.
Honestly, I have to say, there are some methods he's decided to showcase to us today that I'm like, wait, make I dey learn. So when I have guests come over, and then I want to show off, I'll just say this is concassé, this is shakshuka.
When you have guests, you make it or you call him to make it.
Well, good point. Good point.
Because you can't try it for the first time for your guests.
Why not? Why not?
You.
Why not? I'll do it now. Is it not to create well? And
Yeah,
open the egg.
exactly. And
All I have to do is add dry peppers.
We are going to slowly smell it.
But Forever, you need to talk to us about your culinary lifestyle.
Yeah.
So do you cook?
I cook very well.
What do you cook? What do you cook?
Everything that I can eat in this life.
Like what?
Like everything I can cook. I can boil water. Let's start with that.
Wow, okay.
I boil eggs.
Okay.
No, but jokes apart. I think I make the best egusi soup in human history.
Egusi soup.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I got married, my wife was, the day my wife tasted my egusi soup, that was the last day she cooked the egusi soup.
Are you serious?
So to date in my house, I make the egusi soup.
Wow. Okay.
Because my mom was she wanted all her children to cook. So she didn't mind whether you are a guy or whether you are a boy or a girl. So we had roasters. On Monday, I will cook. On Tuesday, my sister will cook. The following day, my younger brother will cook.
Wow.
Whether the food was sweet or not, you eat it. Like
But your own was always sweet, I hope.
Well, the first time I cooked, it was beans.
Beans.
Yeah, when the beans was ready,
Yeah.
it was not ready because it was gravel. So
oh, there was more stones
no,
inside.
the beans
than
didn't.
beans.
It didn't soften. I just rushed it, but we ate it like that too.
Honestly,
Yeah.
The fact that you even enter the kitchen is honestly, I should really just chop up.
No, I'm a kitchen boy.
So what else? Chicken or fish?
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fried or?
No, fried.
Fried fish. So you fry your fish down to the bone.
It depends on the fish. You know, there are certain fish that you eat because it's not the taste of it not being fried.
Okay.
You will not be looking for help somewhere.
Okay. So there's some people that like the freshness of fish, that white fish, you know, that fresh, maybe just lightly grilled fish.
Yeah.
But there's some people that like it hard fried. So you can't even, you won't even think the fish ever had water in it.
Not hard fried. That's not Tico fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's too strong. You'll not be eating fish like you are eating chin-chin.
All right, chef, how's it looking? How's it looking?
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna leave it for it to simmer a little more so the eggs can cook properly.
All right. So everything else is already infused.
Every other thing is.
So the only thing now is to build the sandwich, essentially. Exactly. So you've already toasted the bread.
Yes,
we still have pickled
red onions and zucchini. Yeah.
Red onions and zucchini added to that with some basil and parsley. Also standing by to build this dish. It's gonna be an amazing shakshuka with Chef Falcon. All right, forever. I hope you're not going anywhere too far. Okay?
I'm not going anywhere because when I heard you say they're building sandwich, I said, when the realtors enter these things?
No wahala, no wahala. Let's take a quick break. We will be back in a bit.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial
female entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and on
Papa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Now let's have a conversation with representatives of Nutrify. You just saw that, right? All right, we have here with us Agbebi Atinuke. She is the digital manager, and we also have John Oshofu. Now, John is the marketing executive for Nutrify. It's such a pleasure to have you both here.
Hi, it's nice to be here. Good morning.
Good morning. Nutrify, that's a new product. Now, why Nutrify? What informed the decision to start Nutrify? What's the story behind it?
Okay, thank you. I think the post-COVID era is one that sort of brought light to the need for people to prioritize their wellness and their overall well-being.
Absolutely.
And Nutrify saw that gap. We saw that gap in the market for a more natural, efficient and affordable way for people to be able to care for themselves.
Affordable being key.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need to be able to care for themselves and take care of their well-being. And Nutrify is coming to bridge that gap with our supplements that are made with natural ingredient extracts to help people be able to live their lives, thrive, and just, live healthy lives, basically. So that's just like the backstory behind all that Nutrify is. We are all about your wellness. We're all about helping you get, optimal well-being for yourself.
So let's talk about your range of products. You have quite a number of products.
Yeah.
So let's try to break them down as quickly as possible.
Okay, so because we're, providing tailored wellness solutions to people, we have the multivitamins for men, we have multivitamins for women, we have multivitamins for men and women 50 plus. So these multivitamins are infused with probiotics. So there's one for younger people and there's one for older people.
Okay, so there's the men, then there's the older men, or is it older man and woman? Or
No.
Okay,
so there's
separate as well.
multivitamin for men.
Okay.
Multivitamin for women. There's multivitamin for men 50 plus.
Okay.
Then multivitamin for women 50 plus.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. We also have the collagen. We have the immunity booster. We have the joint ease formula. We have the
joint ease. Yes. As in the joints.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the vitamin C and we have the liver detox.
Interesting. Interesting range of products.
I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
So we have, that's why I said we have a tailored solution for the needs of every Nigerian. So we're here to redefine health for Nigerians, basically.
So talking about redefining health, now you mentioned affordability earlier, but then there's affordability and there's accessibility. Because sometimes not being able to access products is the reason many people do not get certain items they really need. Talking now to the marketing executive, John Oshoffo, do tell me, how do you intend to ensure that your products are on shelves around Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. As you mentioned earlier, we have ranges of our brand and products, ranging from the multivitamins, the liver detox, and the joint ace. We've actually put different market strategies in place in order to get this product and then brands that are very prudent all over the country. In terms of our market activation, we've started reaching out people even to the neighborhood in order to have this product accessible to them. And then in terms of affordability, I can say as for now, Nutrify is the most efficient and affordable product in Nigeria in terms of our competitive category. Now, come to think of it, and then in terms of the composition unit also, I'm talking of the advantages now, the natural extracts which Nutrify is made of also made it more premium to compared to our competitors. Starting from the market strategies, I've mentioned market activation. We are doing different neighborhood activation. And you can even say that having CSR coming in place, we are running a free medical check with a quantum machine in order to give back to the society. Running this free medical check for people, giving them their health status, and then thereby making recommendation of natural things that they can do on their own to have access, accessible health care. You understand? This is what Nutrify has come to be. We are everywhere in pharmacy outlets, ShopRite, even at retail outlets. From the different hybrid of distribution down from our manufacturer to the end users, we are always available, and this is what Nutrify has provided for the people.
That's very impressive. So accessibility now has been defined.
Yes.
But then what makes your product different from those that we see on shelves? Because we know quite well that everyone, people have their own preferred multivitamins, right?
Sure.
So somebody is watching and is thinking, why should I switch from my current multivitamins to what you have to offer?
Okay.
What is the difference?
Yeah, that's very great. As I've mentioned earlier, in terms of our natural extracts, which has been infused in all the multivitamins and then the ranges that we have. Okay, from like our multivitamins with probiotics. The probiotics is a natural extract that actually even helps in gut health and actually helps control inflammation. Come to think of it also, it has also been inculcated with Panax. Panax ginseng is a natural extract that actually helps in stress relief and then depression. You understand? Curcumin actually help in a bone strength as well. We have a ginkgo biloba, which help in brain cognition. This is a natural extract that Nutrify has infused. From there, we also have a fibroblast. Fibroblast is just like a cell resuscitation.
As you're talking about these products, I think it's important for us
to
show people what you're talking about. Because very interesting that you're mentioning them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like a child unboxing a gift.
Of course.
Okay, so we've talked about, so this is the multivitamin for women 50 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, while this, let me put it here.
Okay.
This is the multivitamin for women.
Yes.
Okay.
And the 50.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the immunity booster.
Yeah.
This is not the vitamin C.
No, it's immunity booster.
Immunity booster.
Yes.
Okay, that one's interesting. This is multivitamin for men 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I already have the multivitamin for men here.
That's under 50.
Okay,
yeah.
so that adds up. And then we have the joint ease formula.
Yeah.
That one I find interesting. I think the older you grow,
yes,
the more reminded you have of the mortality rather of your joints.
Of course.
And then of course the collagen.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
All 7 products. Okay. Aha. So now you can proceed.
Thank
so
you
when you
very
talk
much.
about it, we know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. Like now, you can see there our immunity booster, okay, which I was actually trying to say that all these things have been infused with natural extract, which make them stand out among competition and they're even most affordable. In terms of the composition units, like that immunity booster, it has licorice. And what is licorice? What does the licorice do in the body? Licorice is a natural extract that actually help in a viral or bacterial infection.
Okay.
It can even actually help in anti-aging system, right? So these are what it does. Then in our joint ease, it has curcumin. Curcumin actually is a natural extract that helps in a joint strength. I mean, some people they may actually call it in form of maybe calcium. Calcium actually helps in joint strength, but curcumin is a natural extract that does it perfectly without any side effects, right? Then we have in our multivitamin 50 plus, this ginkgo biloba, it actually helps in the brain cognition. You know, there's what I will always make reference to in medical lines and pharmaceutical lines. We have a nature-nurture situations.
Just look at that on the screen.
Okay.
Just look at that. Those are the products
yeah,
on the screen right now.
Yeah, that's very great.
So you can take a look at that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
When I talk of nature-nurture situation, you know, it is in the nature that we are created.
Yes.
And then all things have been created from vitamins, from hormones, even enzyme, and then even talking of insulin secretion and protein metabolism, they tend to drop with age, right? But it is in our own nurture now to build them up. So this is the idea of redefining health by bringing these natural extracts together in a very simpler and smaller unit, right? When I mean the very simple and smaller unit, I mean the tablet is so small, but incorporated with so many natural extracts that can give you that healthy living. The standard of living is well measured and then infused in this product, this range of product that we have.
So when you were going through all the products, I was feeling overwhelmed. But then when I started seeing the products, it all began to make sense. And that's why I wanted us to put it there for people who are visual. Now, the collagen in particular, how does that work? What benefit does that have for my body?
Great. You know, collagen, as we know, I know people tend to believe collagen that is used for hair, skin, and nails.
Yes.
Like the functional benefit, like skin elasticity, skin moisture.
To make you look younger.
Thank you very much. Make people look younger. You understand? But collagen even goes beyond just looking beautiful in the physical, right? Collagen can actually control, like in terms of boosting immunity system. And then infusing it with even vitamin C, you know, it works better. And that is the synergy relationship with collagen synthesis and then vitamin C helps better, and that's what I would call the fibroblast action. Fibroblast action system is just like resuscitation of collagen with the help of vitamin C, which makes the skin like skin moisture. When I mean skin moisture, I mean hydration level of the skin now, right? Even skin elasticity, and then this is a major function of collagen in the body. And then with Nutrify collagen, and then infused with vitamin C. When this synergy relationship now came together, the synthesis of collagen is easily broken down.
You know so much about this product.
Of course.
And I was going to say, I think you should have just, really, I like the way you just cross your line, like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, basically what he's saying is that, you know, for people who are, so it's important that we also highlight that it's not just for women, because there's that misconception that it's just women that want to look
good,
or
you'll be amazed. Men use makeup now.
Exactly. So basically the collagen is for both men and women to nourish your skin, your hair, and your nail growth. Some people have, you know, some concerns when it comes to the way their nails are growing or something like that. So, you know, our Nourish Collagen is something that when you try out, you know, it will help with, you know, the way your nails grow, helps with your skin elasticity, like you said, anti-aging. You know, the goal is to age backwards now. Everybody wants to look younger. So basically, the Nourish Collagen is the right product for you.
You know, this conversation started with post COVID, right?
Yeah.
And so there's something that's been playing at the back of my mind,
Yeah.
especially when you mentioned the immunity booster.
Yeah.
Does it make me, in quotes now, unshakable against things like flu? Because me and flu, 5 and 6 is not close enough.
No.
Well,
how does it help me?
Okay, thank you. So the thing is, even with your immune system, you know, when your immune system fights diseases and illnesses, doesn't mean that you will not get plagued. Do you understand? But with the immunity booster, it just reduces the severity of that, you know, invasion. Do you understand? So most times people, we just are very careless about our health. You know, we think that, oh, it doesn't really matter, I will just take something and all of those things. But sometimes it ends up becoming more severe and it lasts longer. Do you understand? You think it's just a cold and it's lasting for 2-3 weeks, and then you have to go to your doctor, or you keep having this catarrh and all of those things. So it's how the immunity booster helps is it just, you know, revitalizes your immune system so that, you know, it doesn't, even if you eventually catch a cold, it's not as severe as someone that their immune system is weak. So your immune system is so much more empowered, and you know, it also reduces the duration of whatever infections that was in your system may come your way.
So we need to take a break now, all right? But before this conversation ends, I'm very interested in something. Just 1 line, 2 line.
Okay.
What is it that makes this the best choice for anyone who decides to buy this product? What is it that makes Nutrify excellent?
Okay.
Okay, do you want to
Thank
go?
you. Yeah, sure. Because there will be a lot to say, right? And
that's why I specify.
You're there, right?
1, 2, because we have to take a break.
There will be a lot to say about Nutrify limitlessly. Trust me. In terms of the composition unit, okay, there are so much that has been infused in Nutrify products, which other our competitions they don't have. Okay. In terms, I've mentioned earlier, ranging from the natural extracts, about the probiotics, ranging. Okay, let me mention few: curcumin, licorice, ginkgo biloba, panax, ginseng. Okay, like all these ranges of ranges of vitamins, B complex, B1, B2, B3, B6,
so
B12.
essentially, it is all encompassing.
All encompassed. Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's been quite an interesting conversation with you, Atinuke Agbebi, and of course Agbeni.
Yeah.
And then of course John Oshofu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Inge.
Thank you.
What? Okay, so it's also important to mention that, you know, they are available on our website, nutrifyng.com, and there's currently a free delivery ongoing right now.
Nice.
So any part of Nigeria that you are in, you can just go to nutrifyng.com, make a purchase, and you get your products.
All right, it's been quite an interesting conversation. At this point, however, we have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Hello, Francis. How far now?
Yeah, I did fine. How your side?
I beg, I want to tell you something, but I beg keep on to yourself. Don't tell anybody.
No. Of course, I will keep on now.
My visa don't come out, so I relocate next month.
Are you serious?
I better not tell anybody.
All right, no worries now. Cheers, man. Cheers.
Ronesis.
How far now?
I did.
Correct. You get what I want to tell you. Oh, na secret to na between me and you. Between me, you, and forever. No, you 3 of us. If I hear fast, let me say that you tell person.
Trust me now. If you tell me something, I tell people.
They don't give forever Canada visa.
Na lie.
Don't give don't approve, so you relocate.
Now wow.
But I beg, na secret, I beg.
You don't hear me talk secret for your front. I know they tell. No worry.
Mad. All right. Cheers.
My call Oniru. Oniru, I will give this gist when no go tell anybody. My call am sharp.
Hello, Casey.
Hello, Nero. Yeah, fine. You get something when I won't tell you, and only you I trust to, not tell anybody. Yeah, me now. What in there?
It's all about no safe space. Forever is in the house. Of course, you've seen him in the kitchen. He has laid down his cooking skills. I was with somebody when you say that you do the best egusi.
Yes, I do.
Let's say, what does this one say?
No. Whoever was angry, let the best thing come out.
You will do it here. It's not like we have a kitchen. You will do it here. You come and cook.
Just provide all the ingredients I need.
Okay, the challenge has been laid down. You're going to see Forever in the kitchen or Wake Up Nigeria cooking egusi soup. We're going to get the best egusi soup. They will compete and they will test the soup to know which egusi soup is the best.
Trust me. There are things I will never be afraid of. Egusi soup competition, I will never be afraid of it.
All right, wonderful. Great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now let's get straight with No Safe Spaces on Sunday at Moson Center. What is it all about?
So it's my 5th comedy special, and so that this new set of jokes I've written that I feel that the world needs to hear. And so a lot of people, so I didn't do any shows last year, so I took a break. I did Change World in 2022, Stereotypes 2023. So last year I took a break, and so I'm back with No Safe Space.
Wonderful. You know, having specials and all of that, comedy has held us a lot as we're going through. You know, and I would say that you're one of the few that a lot of people that can. You know, we have started exporting our comedy now everywhere. But at the same time, as much as we're exporting our own style, you have to understand that different people, there are different things that matter to them and all of that. No Safe Space. What is the synopsis? What are we going to expect? Because, you know, I know that when people think of shows, you think of maybe situations maybe in your life or things happening or at a particular point. Is it satire? Is it you drawing on your personal experiences? What is the synopsis behind No Safe Space?
So we are in a very sensitive world right now where if somebody wants to say certain things, they first ask you, is this a safe space to say what I want to say?
Very true.
So even when what the person wants to say is going to be right, but because it might not be, what do I use, politically correct, you might have to just hold back. So those are some of the issues I want to talk about at my show, which is why I call it No Safe Space, meaning that I don't need to take permission from you if this is a safe space to say what I need to say.
I'm thinking of Dave Chappelle when this all comes into my mind. So you're deciding, and Ricky Gervais, that people that these are kind of people that they go anywhere. They look, I have to say this thing. This woke, you are woke now. No, everybody is identifying as everything. You say something now, you can't say somebody's fat now. Because if you say it now,
it's somebody. But that was really an issue one time. He said, you're fat. Why are you calling me fat? I said, but that's the English word to represent exactly how you look. And it's not an insult. It was never an insult at any point in time. It was just that a lot of people felt very insecure with themselves, and then they made it look like a thing, and then the world bought it. So there are serious topics that people don't want to talk about.
I love the role of comedians and all this. When I mentioned Dave Chappelle, I think of also Trevor Noah. Because, you know, you can also talk about serious issues. You bring out, you know, in that humor and all that, but at the same time addressing very, very serious issues. And that's what you guys are doing. Well done. It's great that you guys are doing all of this. But as an industry, how has it evolved? Now we've seen a number of our comedians now even going to do shows outside the country. It's almost like it's a trend now. It's like it's the in thing now, going to do shows outside. Is it a good thing for us as an industry?
It's a very good thing, and I think more people need to tread that path.
Okay.
Because, for example, when you mention Brazil, the first thing that comes to your mind is football. It's not as if they only have football, but because wherever you go, you see a Brazilian footballer playing football. So one of the fastest ways to fine-tune the image of a country is what people outside the country see and know about them. Now, when you mention Nigeria, whenever you travel in the world and you just come out of an airport, you take a taxi at the airport. When the driver asks you, where are you from? You say, I'm from Nigeria. They switch the music immediately to either Burna Boy or Wizkid. To make you feel at home while they're driving.
Okay.
So I think this is, we need more comedians to go out, because that is a way to shape the image of Nigeria. People don't know, a lot of people don't know what Nigeria is. So, but as a comedian, you telling your stories, they fall in love with you as a comedian. So I love this guy as my favorite comedian. Because they love you, they want to know where you're from. A lot of people know about South Africa today because of Trevor Noah, not because they've ever been there.
Very true.
So we need a lot of Nigerian comedians to do more, go out, explore the world, tell our Nigerian stories through humor, and it puts Nigeria in a good
Wonderful,
light.
wonderful. So on Sunday, venue details, how does one attend it and all of that?
Okay, so the show is at Muson Center, and it starts for 6 p.m. When I mean 6, it's 6. Like I said, this is my 5th comedy special, and for everybody who has come to any of my shows, they know that one of our core values is that we start early.
Okay.
So the doors open at 5 p.m. So when we say the show starts at 6, that means the show will start at 6. That's not when you leave your house.
You know, it's a sort. I can remember 1 or 2 shows, very few shows. At times, even the organizers, you want to start early, but then when people haven't turned up yet, would you still start?
Yes, I've started, and I've ended my shows many times. Every year, I end my shows with people who bought, with ticket holders coming when we're done.
Wow.
And they're like, "Where's the show?" I say, "We've closed." There was a particular year, the man came 6 hours late, and he was angry with me that we closed. I said, "But I told you the show would start at 5. Why are you coming by 11? So he was vexed. I said, "I should be the one angry with you, not you being angry with me. Because there is a time." So for me, the way I see it is, if you put a particular time and people come early and you do not start, you're disrespecting those people because they had other things they could have done with that time. They decided to ditch everything and say, "Okay, I'm going to this guy's show."
Wonderful.
You have to respect that fact. So we start early. So 6 p.m. is when the show starts. We have other things we'll do between 5 to 6. We have a lot of freebies to win, so try and make it out early.
Wonderful. Now, you mentioned it's a special. Are we going to be seeing only you? Do you have friends or special guests that are going to be part of this?
Yeah, so I have a few guys who will just warm up the stage for me. And then when, at a very good time, then I come up stage and do my stuff. It's a long set.
I love that. It's a special, so we're expecting, and I'm looking forward to see you and all of that. Now, let's you know, there's always been that thing, skit makers versus comedians. It has gone on for quite a while, you know, and all of that. You as a person, you know, you've been in this industry, you've been there for quite a while. Do you think that should be something that people should even be? It should be something that people should be talking about. That, like, you know, because you get to a point where some comedians will tell you that, no, skit, I'm a comedian, I'm a stand-up, I'm not a skit maker. That is lesser than what I do. You know, people tend to think that maybe one has some sort of, you know, preeminence over the other and all of that.
No one has preeminence over the other. To be very honest, it's just like saying a surgeon is more of a doctor than a gynecologist. They are all doctors, just that are operating in different spaces. So comedy is huge. Nobody can tell me that Nkemowo is not a comedian. He's a comedian, but he's an actor. Same way we have stand-up as a branch of comedy. We have talk shows that are comedy talk shows. Those guys are comedians, but you rarely see them perform on stage. They just host talk shows. So it's a whole body. It's just that some people express their humor. Skit makers are actors. It's just that they add short films, very short. That's why they call them skit and sketches. But they are actors. So me, I act. Before this show started, they played something that was acting. So it was funny. People laughed. That was comedy. So I don't think it's meant to be an issue where, he's a skit maker. He's lower than me. Oh yeah, you know, be calculating height now. You're lower than me. You climb ladder. Let's know that.
Let's know where
you're going to.
Well done.
So
well done.
that is not supposed to be
well
an
done
issue.
Forever.
Anyway.
Well done. Thank you. You're one of those guys that have been holding it down, and I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to be there.
Yeah.
And like you said, we're going to be on time.
Yes.
If you're going to be there, please be on time. Is the person pay? Come back on the
6 p.m. 6 p.m. is the time the show starts.
Wonderful.
So leave your house before 6. Muson Center.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, let's go join the ladies to see what you prepared. And we're looking forward. He mentioned, Titi, he mentioned that he's going to come and do an egusi soup competition.
With whoever was angry with me when I said...
the person, yes. So I'm going to do that, the egusi soup competition.
I'm not in the mood now. My cab is running late.
Cab? What happened to your car?
I don't get fuel.
No, I'll drop you. I have fuel. I'm your fuel attendant.
Really?
I will take you to the office. Jemima. You are a gorgeous woman, Jemima. You know that if not that the Queen of England is late, I would have said that you change into the Queen Jemima of the United Kingdom.
I've told you before, you have a very sweet mouth.
So why are you pushing me away, Jemima? This man you see as a man that genuinely loves you, but you keep pushing me away.
Forever, if I decide to date you now, can you take care of me?
Jemima, can I take care of myself?
We are not on the same level. you're not in my class. Because because we live in the same compound does not mean that you're on the same level. All right.
Jemima, you are the one missing this thing. There's no human being right.
God, I beg.
God, I beg. God, I beg.
Yes, sir.
God, I beg.
I'm begging God, help me.
Help you with what?
Anything he has.
It's been a marvelous Monday so far right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Yeah. And of course, our chef has been hard at work in the kitchen. Chef Falcon in the building.
Swooping down with this dish.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Chef Falcon, what do we have here?
Okay, so here we have basil shakshuka on toast, basically. And if I'm going to break it down, it's the shakshuka that we mentioned earlier, the tomato-based dish, whereby you put your egg inside of the tomato, and then it's on the baguette toast here with pickled red onions and zucchini.
So there's zucchini in there, red onions.
Zucchini or head or guinea? Which one?
Zucchini.
Oh, guinea.
Let's try.
So I'm meant to put this on top of it?
Yes. It's just like a sandwich and then.
Yeah.
It's quite
Super Falcons, I'm eating your food.
Wow. That.
Well, let me move. Let me stand up.
Wow, you want to stand up? What? What did you say?
All right. How you call it again?
Shakshuka.
Shackles on your face.
If this bread is finished, you can use rice to eat it, Abi.
And yam too.
How's the sauce? How's the sauce?
How do you like it?
That's what I'm saying. You can use rice to eat it now. If the sauce is not sweet, you like boil rice.
No, you wouldn't.
So this shakshuka and rice, does it go?
You can try it.
I can try it.
Yeah.
So that is rice shuka.
But it looks and smells amazing. Well done, Chef Falcon.
Well done.
Well
So
done.
they're watching at home. Try and beg them to interview you.
Beg
so
them.
they can eat.
So I can have free food.
You know how many people we interview today?
But no one like
You
it.
better be thanking God you are the last
That's
guest.
why I call grace.
God, I beg.
God, I beg. God, I beg.
Okay, all right. So,
right,
forever, we're looking forward
while
to
he's
Sunday,
digging in,
and wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Muson Center, right?
I'll be there.
Muson
I will be
Center.
there.
You'll be there.
I will be there.
Come and laugh.
No, okay.
Okay then, one of the best ways to relieve your stress, find a way to laugh a lot more, and that's what Forever is providing with that particular show. We can't wait to have you back with us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., right?
That's right.
7 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's
Welcome
going
to
to be
a
the
brand
last
new
weekend match, and it's been a wonderful show. Thank you for being a part of this show.
Yes,
we will
indeed.
see you next time tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Entertainment is color. Colors says everything to me. It speaks to me when I'm painting. The colors look at me and say, pick me, pick me. So when I want to make myself happy, I stare into the colors.